Hi, Gene here with today's thought. Can the same thing be both irritating and satisfying at the same time, or just about the same time? Well, one thing can, and it has to do with Donald Trump, and we're going to talk about it today. Now, everybody, this is going to be the irritating part first. The debate between Trump and Kamala Harris, you'll remember, well, two things you'll remember. One of the things you'll remember is that there was a promise from the moderators from ABC where the debate was held that there would be no fact checking, or if there was going to be any fact checking, it would be up to the candidates to do it. For both candidates to have the facts, and if somebody gets something wrong, then the other candidate would correct that person. But we saw that rule violated by David Muir, one of the moderators, and well, interesting, as everybody knows now, that both of the moderators, Donald Trump was fact-checked multiple times. Kamala Harris, not at all. And one of the fact checks, I think it was David Muir. You can correct me if I'm wrong, if it was the other one. But anyways, the correction was when Donald Trump talked about rising crime, that the crime rate, how it's gone up during the time that, under Democrat rule, not just in the White House. But anyways, the point is that one of the moderators jumped in to say, no, that's not true. Crime actually went down. The FBI reported that crime went down. And first of all, that was obviously wrong at that time, even though what I'm about to report, which you may already know, that hadn't been reported yet. It hadn't happened yet. But what the problem is that the FBI figures, those are numbers those are crimes that are reported, that local jurisdictions report to the FBI, and not everybody. Well, first of all, not every crime, just a citizen, a victim of a crime. For instance, if a citizen, defund the police area, doesn't expect the police to do anything, then why even bother to report the crime? But there are other reasons too, but that's one thing. But then also you have some of these blue cities with the high crime rates. They don't, I think New York is one of them. You could correct me if I'm wrong, New York City. But the jurisdictions don't report the crimes that are reported to them because of how bad it makes that city look. I mean, if you're a city with a high crime rate, you don't want that particularly, you don't really want that known, do you? If you want people to move to your city, or the people who live in the city to stay there. Anyways, the Department of Justice also keeps crime figures, and they do it differently. What the Department of Justice does is the department, they do like a poll. They canvass about 250,000 people and just ask, have you been the victim of a crime? And somebody who didn't report to you, if it's a simple question, have you been the victim of a crime, will answer. And the Department of Justice showed crime going up significantly. And that's one of my little irritations about Donald Trump, is that he doesn't have these figures in his head. He could have countered with that right away. Maybe J.D. Vance would have. And that's one disappointment. But the fact that he was fact-checked, but also that, as I just said, the Department of Justice, Trump was right. So it irritates me that he's being fact-checked, but now the FBI, it was the FBI's numbers that this moderator cited. So let me show you this headline. FBI quietly revised 2022 crime data to show violent offenses rose rather than dropped. So this is the satisfying part, I guess, is that once again, this is not the first time where Trump says something and then somebody disputes it and he's proven right. So there you have it, right there. Even the FBI now admits that crime went up. And I guess now getting back to things that irritate me about this, will the media report this? Well, ABC, it was their network, their moderator that made the mistake. And of course, that it was a nationally televised important presidential debate where where Trump was wrongly fact-checked. And again, the moderators promised not to fact check at all. That was one of the rules of the game. And so they violated the rule. They fact checked him, and the fact check was wrong. And it's just, it's really sad that they do this the way they go after Trump. And there was, well, the big one is now Kamala Harris. She's out, and I'm not going to comment on the Fox News interview unless you ask me to, but it's been so widely talked about. It was a day before I'm recording this. It was Wednesday. I'm recording this on Thursday. Anyways, that she had one of her campaign stops said, well, Trump is afraid. Why is he afraid to go on 60 Minutes? I went on 60 Minutes in a disastrous interview, by the way. But anyways, just like the Fox one, except the Fox one was even worse. And somebody, one writer speculated that Fox News interview with Bret Baier may have done the same thing to her campaign that the Trump-Biden debate did to Biden. But he's not afraid to go on 60 Minutes. He didn't say he wouldn't go. What he said was that he would only go on if he got an apology from CBS. On what? On a wrong fact check. The Biden laptop. He was interviewed by Leslie Stahl, and he was talking about the corruption in the Biden administration and about the laptop showing, this money coming from China. And Leslie Stahl said, no, there's no evidence that the laptop is real. All these people, whoever, I don't know if she was one of the ones citing the 51 lying former CIA intelligence officers. But anyways, she said, she just disputed him on that. And he says, no, the laptop is real. And we now know even ABC, her station, Washington Post, New York Times, sometimes they bury the story on, paragraph 2021 or something. But everybody's admitted that it's authentic and he was right. And all he wants is an apology. But this is another time. He's just people, they make these damaging statements on him and telling him he's incorrect or lying on something on television, media, widely distributed. Everybody hears it, and then Trump turns out to be right, and the reporting that he was right is to a much narrower audience. And that really irritates me, but it does at least give me some satisfaction that he is proven right. And I hope the people as they go into the voting booths, first even learn of this and understand it and appreciate it and take it into consideration. And that's my thought for today. Thanks for stopping by. If you could subscribe, that would really be great. Share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it. Comments always welcome in the comments section below the video. But most of all, come back and see me again. I'd love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.